So this week's a little haphazard. I've decided to finally take my friend Chad up on his offer and meet him. We're going to have some coffee, we're going to chit-chat, we're going to catch up for the first time in over 30 years. So let me tell you a little bit about Chad. I've known Chad since I was a little kid. I've only known Chad when I was a little kid. Here
we are, posing for, this is my 9th birthday. The last birthday I had in Hagersville. There's Chad sitting beside me. We're having some Pepsi, obviously, and some chips. There I am opening presents. My 2 sisters. Then we went to Chuck E. Cheese. That's where I spent my 9th birthday, and I have all 3 of these kids on my Facebook friend list now, and all 3 of them, I'm sure, I know 2 out of the 3 have told me how much of a memory Chuck E. Cheese was for them. A prominent and fond childhood memory, might I add. So, you're welcome. Actually, it should be this guy that says you're welcome, since he's the one that paid for the whole thing and drove us there and all that. Oh, look it. Strike a pose. Lord. Chad sure liked to wear his jacket around, didn't he? Oh, God, even more posing. It's almost sickening. But look at them smoking in the Chuck E. Cheese, eh? Ah, the 80s. Hey, let's scoot back a year to my 8th birthday. There's Chad, still wearing that same coat. There he is again. This is the evidence that he was there, because he's not going to be much in the next few pictures. I wonder why. Could it have something to do with this? What's that in my hand? Why? Look at, we go here. Look at, oh, wait, see, there's Chad. He's moving away, keeping his distance. And there she is, my fully dressed Shira doll. One of my very fond, memorable childhood memories. I think my friend Tracy's face says it all.
Have you heard about the new Shira that's coming out in the fall? It looks terrible. But moving on. I lost touch with Chad after we moved away from Hagersville when I was 9. And we really never saw each other or heard from each other again until a few years ago. And we've been chatting back and forth. He's been watching a few of my videos. He seems a little busy sometimes. Doesn't always keep up with them, but he's around, floating around in the background. I've mentioned him a few times in my videos. See, he's floating around enough that he's still a member of the getBenT community. So, I know the guy, and maybe a couple of you remember a mention or 2 of him as well. Maybe. I probably not, but I do. So that's what counts. So, here we are. Just sitting and waiting.
Look, let you know a little secret. I stand and wait for people to show up. It's a secret. But when anyone's coming over, I just stand here and wait and watch.
Like this. Late, Chad. Are you sure he wasn't going to the other house? There's nobody here.
Sorry.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Because I'm late.
Sorry, I'm sorry I was late.
Okay. Now we're both in
I did
there?
not know I was such an exceptionally good-looking guy.
I knew I was.
I love it.
Okay, so we're doing a tour. First, actually.
Sure.
We'll go this way.
Okay.
Can we go this way? This is the secret lair.
No kidding. Look at that. And I got my head stuck.
It's one of the problems.
Madonna? Look at that.
Yeah, that's just the first batch.
That's, oh my gosh.
Yeah?
Well, so I there's a lot going on here. From
I know.
Winnie the Pooh to the X-Men to...
So, yeah.
To, I'm not sure if that's a kiss mask.
Which? Like for
to a cowboy hat.
Yeah. That's his too. Mine's the cute red one.
That's perfect. I love this hat, actually. Wait, no, because I saw you with this hat on, right?
Yeah.
That's a good hat,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, so there we go. Does
Yeah.
that work?
Get my hat,
Wait,
get my hat off your damn head.
Sorry, what was I thinking?
Oh,
Is it on?
There, now it is.
Hi, he's Ben, and I know exactly where we are.
In here first.
Actually, Ben.
Oh, look. He's like, what are you doing in here?
No kidding. That's awesome. Excellent.
Now
Now
you know where you are.
This is awesome.
It's a little shrine.
Isn't this amazing?
This is his little shrine. We don't go there much.
That's too funny.
You don't need to put the light on so you won't be blinded. So, my friend Chad, we've caught up. We've done all of our catching up that we've kind of had to do for the last 30 years. I mean, we've only scratched the surface, I'm sure, but we've caught up as much as we need to for the time being. So, Chad has graciously agreed, well, he doesn't quite know it yet, but he's agreed to it now. We're going to do a little bit of an interview, even though I was told that was tacky. We're still going to do it. That actually made me want to do it more. So, I like the tacky, as you probably have picked up on that. So anyway, we're going to do an interview with my good friend Chad, and he's going to answer my 10 questions. So let's get started with question number 1. First question.
Yes?
Why did you suggest to meet at my house?
Well, I suggested my house, but you said, no way would you come to Cochrane.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there we go. But having said that, I can't think of a better spot to sit down and catch up with an old friend than a comfortable spot.
Good answer. Good answer. So, Chad, name me what is your most prominent or best or favorite memory of our childhood friendship.
Well, I gotta say, Ben,
I know you had to rack your brain for that.
No,
one.
no, not at all. No, I think back to you as the excited, positive, always vibrant child that was just cared about everybody. And I love the fact that you were like the only friend I had who invited me to his birthday party like 3 years in a row. That was amazing.
That's cool. What happened to that guy?
That's awesome.
Yeah, you'll like this question, Chad. Are you always this friendly?
No.
No?
Yes, I'm always this friendly.
Okay. I was feeling special for a minute, but now I don't.
Oh, come on! No!
Moving on. So, Chad, what makes you think that now is a good time for us to meet each other after all these years?
Well, Ben, you were the one that sent me the friend request, and then I said, let's get together at that point.
Right, and you've been saying it for like the last 2 years.
Right, so
that's what I'm saying.
technically...
Why are you so insistent is what I'm saying.
Because you were one of the formative people that helped shape my life to understand how being positive and affectionate to other people is okay as a young kid.
Wow. So how did you survive the last 30 years?
Just by being affectionate and understanding.
Okay. You had to make up for it in the absence of all I taught you, I guess.
That's right.
Well, I screwed up all my own life lessons myself. I'm glad that it rubbed off on somebody, although I had no idea.
It's actually amazing because it does come back to the fact that we don't know what kind of an impact we have on others, and yet you had a legacy that lasted with me for 30 plus years.
Well, now I feel special and a little on the spot, so... Moving on!
Yeah, sorry!
Alright, Chad. Gloves off. Why don't you watch my videos all the time? Or... That's too much.
Just
What a ham!
That's awesome.
You have no comment?
No, I totally do. You know what it comes down to is you're so there. It's intellectual and emotional override. There is so much sensory stuff going on in your videos. I can only watch them sporadically because it's just too much for my.
You're saying after it's over, you have to go take a nap? Is that what you're saying?
I should probably take a nap for a month.
Jeez, at least I'm not the only one then. You've kind of covered this already, but we'll do it real quick. What do you think of my house?
I think your house is pretty fantastic. It's got a little bit of everything for everyone, and it covers history, past, present, future. It's eclectic, it's intellectual, it's deep, and yet it can be kind of not.
Oh, okay.
Coffee's amazing.
Well, thank you.
And
It wasn't mine, though.
Well, the catered event was fantastic.
Yes. I get full service around here.
The fruit is
Yeah. You might be a little disappointed
Stale.
there. Yeah. Kind of like this conversation. One more. So, what do you think of my videos? I mean, the videos that you have seen.
I think that they show a artistic and intellectual depth that are surpassed by none. And sometimes, to be quite honest, Ben, they can be scary.
They're good, then it's working.
That's awesome.
The singing, dancing, any problems there?
No problems. Do you give classes, though? Because I could really learn on some of them.
I think I wouldn't be able to charge for them, but anyone who's interested, I mean, hit me up, let me know. But yeah, I don't think I could charge for them. Nor would I. So I was told when I came up with the idea of this interview and that it was tacky, that it was going to be all about me, and as you know, it has been so far, but I didn't want it to be that way. So Chad, what is there to do all the way up in Cochrane, Ontario?
Well, we have one of the most amazing research facilities where we can interact and actually observe polar bears.
That is cool.
It's fascinating. We've got a beach directly across the road from our house. Yep, and for 3
Is
weeks
it
of the
thawed?
year, for 3 weeks of the year, there's actually no ice.
Oh, okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's probably right about now, though. So what are you doing down here?
Well, the polar bear dip's almost due to start, so that's yeah. And they've got actually, interestingly enough, Tim Horton is from Cochrane, Ontario, originally.
So is that Tim Hortons like the center of town?
No, it's the outskirts of town, but it's got the Tim Horton Center, which is a fantastic little rec center that caters to just about everyone, from ice skating, hockey, to a beautiful indoor swimming pool with slides, and of course we've got the Polar Bear Express, which goes. It's the train that goes from Cochrane to Moosonee, and then you can take a boat to Moose Factory, which is up in James Bay, Hudson's Bay. It's a fantastic little community, and it actually is the hub of the North.
Did you ever consider a career in travel and tourism?
No, but I do like traveling and tourism, and Cochrane is a fantastic place to visit.
Well, you're certainly selling us on its merits, and I have to say as well that I know that because it is a small town Ontario, that there are more than your fair share of watering holes as well.
Absolutely.
And you visit all of them frequently.
Absolutely.
Chad, you did very well without even any research, so
Thank you.
that's what I said. Travel and tourism might be your thing.
That's awesome.
Okay, so do you always do what your GPS tells you to do?
Yes, I always do what my GPS tells me to do.
And that is why it took him 2 hours to get here. Alright, I said there was only one more question, but it's kind of a lie. It's like a 4-layered burrito kind of question. So, I have 4 topics here, and I want you to list me your favorite of each. So that, this is kind of a get-to-know-you icebreaker kind of thing, since after 30 years, we kind of need something like that to know what the hell to talk to and what we have in common. I still don't really know. And certainly not Cochrane, Ontario. Okay, so Chad, 4 things. List me your favorites. We'll start. Do you want me to lay them all out at you at the same time, or do you want me to do one at a time here?
You can lay them all out.
Okay. So, favorites. Food, song, movie, TV show.
Food?
Go.
Favorite food? Steak? Song? Anything country?
There's a surprise.
What's the next one? Sorry.
Movie.
Movie. Favorite movie? Well, I gotta say...
It's okay if you don't have them, because I actually kind of don't, so...
well, you know what? Anything by Marvel is great in my books. And what's the next one?
TV show.
Favorite TV show? Oh, come on, that's got to be. It bounces between Friends and Cheers because I'm old.
Cool. Did you see all the Marvel movies and the entire Cheers series on my shelf downstairs?
Yes,
I figured you'd pick up on those. You're a smart cookie, Chad.
some days.
All right. That's my 10 questions, but looky here, we have a bonus question. The bonus question would be, if we were stuck on a desert island, Chad, would you marry me or kill me? I think I'm getting my games a little mixed up, though. Okay, what's your answer to that one?
Well, that depends. Can you cook? Is there food? Well, those are two big things.
Well, if you're counting me, I suppose there would be food. And I guess the question would be if you could cook.
Then I can absolutely. Well, I mean, if so, you're saying you're not marriage material?
Probably not, and I'm assuming we could maybe a day or two, and I think even someone as jolly as you, Chad, might be ready to kill me by
That's
that point.
awesome. So
And also, especially if you're hungry.
yeah, well, that's it, right? I mean, like, it does come back to I like to eat.
I also, yeah, you do. And I was just gonna say, I also think that this is why some people can't just make it through all of my videos, because I think 20 minutes is more than enough of me. So can you imagine after 3 days? I think I'd be looking really good on the broiler.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Nobody does.
I don't have a clue.
Okay, well, Chad, I want to say thank you for being a good sport and being my first guest star and doing my very first getBenT interview that I did in my real voice and without any stuffed animals.
You know what, Ben? I got to say thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to come out and see your humble abode and get to know, a bit more about the history of one of my favorite Bens.
Oh, Chad, I thought you said that you were laying off the sugar. Nope. He really thinks that I would really... Oh. What? Damn it! I literally thought that this would be riveting and that you couldn't look away, but whatever.
That's awesome.
Apparently some people don't know entertainment when they see it. But yes, Chad, this is what I had you do. This is what I had you come here for. This is what I planned for this afternoon, because some people, they do tea parties and they do fun stuff like that. But I have you come here and watch me on TV. That's what I think is fun.
This is really fascinating. Have you ever thought about, doing this more often?
Yes.
Oh,
This
good.
is what I wanted to do my whole life.
That's awesome.
Oh, hold on. So, Chad, what'd you think of what I had planned for this afternoon?
It's amazing.
Okay, now get out of here. Yeah! I'm done with you now. I think that went well. But I'll have to let you know later. 'Cause as happens many, many times today, I have to go pee. Coffee. I don't usually drink it. This is why. As much as I have brought you in here many, many times already and done even worse, today, I'd like some privacy. So, fuck off, pervert. So, what did I learn here today? What did I want to show you today? Well, I wanted to show you that you should take those opportunities when they present themselves to you in life. Catch up with those old friends. You see a Facebook friend floating by from your past, maybe that you lost touch with, that you don't really have anything to do with anymore, you grew up and moved on, that sort of thing. Take the time. Catch up with them. Do it in person. No harm can come from it. You won't regret it. I mean, you'll learn things about the people that you didn't know, that you never would have known if you just kept them on Facebook. That I learned stuff about Chad today that I never knew. I've been talking to him for years. You do sometimes really do need that face-to-face contact instead of that Facebook-to-Facebook contact. I mean, you can never make old friends young again, but you can make old friends new again. So, Chad, we should do this again sometime. And maybe I will eventually get around to telling you what I do for a living at BlackBerry. And maybe you could explain your job to me and I can pretend like I understand it all. And you were showering me with so many compliments that I'm not used to that, and so I didn't really give you any. So I really just wanted to tell you that you look fine too. I mean, you're not becoming a planet like you said. I didn't see anything orbiting you while you were here, except maybe my cat. Now, if you'll all excuse me, I have a vacation to get to. See you next week.